How's it going, everybody? Ed Ricker here. Recently, I was a guest on the podcast on Spotify and SoundCloud called Soarcast, S-O-A-R. It's a podcast about drones, aerial imaging, that type of thing. And so I was able to talk a little bit about my experience with drones and with YouTube. Darren, the host, was very gracious in having me on as a guest for the 4th episode. Now, Darren is a part of Soar, and Soar is an online drone image marketplace. People can buy and sell aerial images, like top-down, almost like satellite-style drone imagery of wherever. And between this increasing network of drone images that are being submitted daily, as well as their satellite imagery that they also do, they're creating a really cool mapping service. Now, they recently teamed up with Skyloom, another company that specializes in image enhancement software, and most specifically the Luminar 3 software, which I'm going to be doing a demonstration of in this video, a little tutorial on how to use it. Luminar 3 allows you to enhance your images and manipulate them to get them to look just the way you want to. You can either do that with manual settings, or you can also use their AI system to kind of automatically improve your images. Now, together they have agreed to sponsor a giveaway on my channel. This is a contest giveaway. So giving away 5 free licenses to Luminar 3. Basically, you submit images to Soar. Make sure your images are top down, so from the correct angle. Also make sure that they're tagged properly. And the top 5 people with the most viewed images after 3 weeks is going to get a copy of Luminar 3. For those of you who don't want to wait, you can actually get a pretty hefty discount on Luminar 3 by just simply signing up to Soar. But where's the fun in that? So I'm going to teach you how to use Luminar 3. Also going to teach you how to upload images to Soar. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about contest details to make sure everyone is on the same page. Let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to upload images to the Soar website. So we're at soar.earth, and when we get to the main page here, we go to the upper right and hit register. Once we register, I'll put in my information, and you can see that after we just clicked register, we already have our discount for Luminar 3. Now on the top right, we're going to go ahead and click upload. And we have the option to either choose an image or drag and drop from another window onto this to upload an image. I'm going to do choose image. And we have this picture right here. This is the Turtle Building in Pembroke. And I love this picture. It's really, really cool. So in image details, we can title our image, tell us what we're looking at, and tags. Now here's the big thing right here. We will add Skyloom software to the tag. That is the kicker to enter into this giveaway. You have to have Skyloom software as one of the tags. Now add your own as well. I mean, after that, it says press enter to begin next tag. So we're going to add Pembroke. We're going to add Turtle Building. So street address 6984 NC 711. I'm actually impressed that it kind of found that. I think it's right. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. All right, so this is the Soar satellite in action. It found the place. And you can see that the resolution of a satellite image, I think it's only a ½ meter in terms of like resolution with the pixels. But when you start doing this type of thing with a drone image, you get within like 5 centimeters accuracy and resolution with a picture like this that's that high above. All right, so image details, I can add my drone model, drone manufacturer, date if it's wrong, altitude. I know I was not that high, I promise you, I was not above 120 meters, so that's actually wrong. And then for price, so either you could do free, but let's not do free. We can do anywhere between $10 and $100. And we're getting a 70% commission off of this. So if we're selling this for $50, we'll get $35. We're selling it for $15, we'll get $10.50. So next, and then here is where we would hit submit. And just make sure your tags and your description, everything are all filled in. For the purpose of this video, I'm not adding everything. This is just a general overview of the submission process. Now, when you're uploading images to Soar for this contest, you can upload as many as you want, as long as they're tagged with Skyloom software. They can be edited or enhanced with any software, Lightroom or Photoshop, whatever. You can even upload unenhanced images if you want to. The other stipulation is they got to be taken legally. So take into consideration your local regulations and laws and stuff, and just make sure that everything is on the up and up with those. Feel free to share that information on your social media. Feel free to blast it all over the place on your YouTube or whatever. Whatever gets the views, man. So let's go ahead and open up Luminar 3. I'm working off of a PC. So at the top left, I'm gonna hit Library and go to Add Folder. I'm going to find the folder with those images. Now, there are a few other images in there that I'm not going to be using, but right now it's in Images. Hit OK. And here are some of my aerial pictures, and a few handheld pictures too. Anyway, so here is the picture in question. Now, I have two versions of it. One is a little bit darker on the exposure and slightly rotated to the left, and that's just how my drone was positioned. Then this one's a little bit brighter on the exposure, but it's centered up perfectly. I don't think I'm losing any detail in this image, but I do like to err on the side of a darker image just to make sure. So here's my image with the turtle building. I'm just going to double click it and boom, we got the image right here. Now you can select some of these Luminar looks if you wanted to, like contrast enhancer or mood enhancer. Kind of has some of those looks kind of that you can add if you really like them. However, I'm going to back out of that and go to, on the right, under Filters, go to Aerial Photography. Now, there are a bunch of other things you can add here to kind of start manipulating your photo, but Aerial Photography has some of these different parameters listed that are popular for aerial photography photo manipulation. So, let's see, Accent AI Filter. Let's see what that is. So, boosting. All right. That brought out a little bit of contrast and maybe some color too. Now, if you want to up that all the way, you definitely could. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way. Maybe 60, 65 or 66. Sky enhancer would be good if we were showing the sky. We're not, just because our images are all going to be from the top down in terms of angle. Polarizing filter. Let's see what this does. Oh, look at that. So everywhere there is a reflective surface, it's kind of learning where those reflections are on those cars, and I'm actually getting rid of those reflections on the cars by adding the polarizing filter value here. Clarity, what does clarity do? Oh, clarity is interesting. I wouldn't call that clarity. It's almost like adding some amount of grading. Interesting though. It looks a little more filmic, maybe. Let's bring that down. I don't think I want that. Top and bottom lighting, what does that do? Oh, okay, so if you were shooting a horizon or something, you could probably affect the sky, how bright the sky is, by using this setting here. I don't want to use that. Sharpening. All right, so things get sharper here and then not as sharp going back and forth. So you can really squeeze a lot out of the pixels here by going amount 100 on the sharpness value. Golden hour, Oh, okay, so it's really warming up the footage. You know how like golden hour, right before sunset, things get a little kind of more of a warm color balance to them. So this is essentially making it look as if you were shooting when it was a little bit later on in the day and some sunset is creeping into your shots. I actually do like that. I'm going to add maybe 20 to golden hour effect. I don't think we need any more though. That's pretty good. Now at the top, I almost missed it. Tint. If things were a little off with your tint, you could affect that. Now finally, we're going to add a filter here. We're going to go to Develop, and we can adjust our exposure and our contrast and stuff. This image looks cool to me right now. I don't really have a whole lot of problems with it, but I'm going to go to Transform, and here's where we can rotate this thing. See how we need to get it a little more square on with the framing of the picture, and then scale it up to get rid of those corner issues where we lopped off some of the detail off the corner here. And that looks pretty good to me. We look like we're square. And by the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but this rotates really nice. And when you're making an adjustment, it kind of blurs the picture, kind of creates more of a low-res preview image so that you can adjust the picture without taxing your computer too much. I think that's a good idea. Let's go to sharpness. Where was that? Yeah, amount. We're gonna dock that back down to like 30. And I'm going to give this just maybe a 0.3 on the exposure. Let's do a 0.5. 0.5 on exposure. There we go. Now I'm going to export this again. File, export, images. There we go. And turtle building. Now we'll upload it to Soar the same way that I showed before this tutorial. I just want to show you guys how to upload first, just in case some of you don't want to go through this Luminar tutorial just right off the bat. Remember, you can submit more than one image, so if you have a couple images or a handful even, go ahead and upload them all, as long as you're tagging Skylum software in the tags as you upload. This isn't the type of image you would submit to Soar for this giveaway, since it's not the right angle, but I wanted to show you a few things that you can use. Sky enhancer. We couldn't use that in the last picture because we didn't include sky in the picture, but look at that. Look how much sky detail and how blue that sky is we can get with the amount of sky enhancer up to 100. So that's awesome. Accent AI filter, let's see. All right, so that's really popping our image. We just did two things. We put them both up to 100 and we got some crazy, saturation, contrast, sky coming back in here, and then we can kind of like dial back some of the filters if we went too far, and we can do it all at once with the filter amount here. Also, I did sky enhancer on this one, and it was crazy. Sky enhancer, let's just add some of that sky. Wow. And then let's scroll down, golden hour. Look how crazy that sunset becomes. That's almost too much. Wow. And just an AI image enhancer, just the automatic one, and it looks like that. Oh, wow. So all this detail came back on these buildings. It's a pretty cool image right here. Huh. Let's see what the AI image enhancer does to this image. So, didn't do anything except press one button. AI image enhancer. That's cool. By the way, that's my sister, my brother-in-law. She's on her phone, but that's only because she was probably taking a picture with it. She wasn't really using her phone and texting and stuff with such an amazing view. Here is an image that you might find on Soar. Image enhancer, I'm assuming the blues come out. Wow, yeah. Okay, so that's almost too much. That's really saturated. I might dial back the image saturation, the image enhancer back to like 60, but yeah, without it, it looks a little dull to me, Put it up to 60, and the image enhancer really brings in a lot of crazy saturation and contrast. Looks really cool to me. I really look forward to seeing your images. Again, we're gonna pick 5 winners who each have one of the top viewed images that are tagged with Skylum software. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thank you to Skylum and Soar for sponsoring this video giveaway. And until next time, happy flying.